Hey, how's it going? Today is 8th of September, Sunday, and we're going to be taking a look at infrastructure projects. That would be, we're going to be taking a look at Turkey and some of the investments that Turkey is making when it comes to infrastructure, energy, and infrastructure, right? So, as well as perhaps worth mentioning that articles that we're going to be taking a look at that will be published in English. So most likely that would be most of the sources would be UK based. Time frame that we're going to be taking a look at that would be about 24 months or 2 years. Everything what was happening in the last 2 years when it comes to establishing some of these partnerships as well as so we're going to be taking a look at some of the projects, right? To set a strong foundation, we can begin by taking a look at energy security for Turkey, right? I believe Turkey is manufacturing, right, and we'll be spending a lot of time taking a look at manufacturing sector, as well as to support the sector, they would need cheap energy, right? So we can take a look at everything and all partnerships, most of those, and something that we might be able to cover within 10, 15 minutes only, so not necessarily entire subject, right? As well as there's a lot of very talented people, but in Turkey, but it's very hard to capture everything, right? Hopefully, if anything, that would be us trying to do our best. And tomorrow we can take a look at perhaps India and what they are doing, but either way, so not it's just one country, right? But either way, understanding the energy diverse of Turkey's foreign policy, understanding energy drivers of Turkey's foreign policy. Okay. Turkey's dependence on energy imports has an impact on the country's economic and or geopolitical orientation. Turkish leaders should devise energy policies that respond to domestic priorities, regional ambition, and or challenge posed by climate change. So there's a lot of information to unpack, as well as this information will be published from what I understand, someone from Italy. So, if anything, Turkish leaders can decide for themselves. If anything, that would be just overall. I believe all the people can think for themselves, right? But if anything, that would be an opinion, right? So let's take a look and let's try to understand need for energy, right? To set some of the foundation, we still most likely we're gonna be taking a look at the energy and where most of the sources and how the sources of energy will be sourced. Right, we were taking a look at the UK, we're looking at solar and investments in Turkey and then establishing some of those farms coming to heating season, most likely, as well as Turkey has a lot of sun. But either way, that would be overall energy and percentage-wise where that energy would be coming from. That would be oil and natural gases mainly, as well as coal, right? So perhaps there are some opportunities in the market. Mostly those three areas where most of the energy is coming from, right? As of now, mostly there are a lot of governments who do supply a lot of energy sources, right? That would be natural gases, oil products, and coal. That would be a main supplier, most likely. That would be Russia. From based on this information, I don't know if it's accurate, right? But this is at least where things were, right? And from there, with in today's video, we're gonna be taking a look at increasing number of suppliers potentially. So we're gonna be trying to capture everything all the actions, something that was happening for the last 2 years, right? So as of now, just to reflect where things were at 2022, right? And perhaps we can progress from 22 and take a look at some of the actions that was taken with the last 24 months. Turkey's energy supply and diversification strategy. Turkey is one of the world's top energy consumers. So basically, they are purchasing a lot of energy, right? That's one of the reasons why we're going to be taking a look at what Turkey is doing. But either way, in 2022, it's ranked 16 for primary energy consumption globally, ahead of more advanced economies such as Italy, Spain, Australia. Between 2001 and 2021, Turkey overall energy consumption more than doubled, making it the country with the fastest growing energy demand in Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. This trend was driven by Turkey's increasing gross domestic product and population as it project to continue. Official government statistics estimate that the country's electricity demand will grow by a further 55% by 2050 based on 2022 levels, right? So basically that we just or what we were trying to do, understand where Turkey is as of now. From there we can take a look at some of the actions that Turkey is taking, right? From there, we can do a quick run of some of the partnerships that Turkey is looking to enter. That today, something that was published 6 days ago. That today, Turkey bought us buying for the CMs of LNG from the Shell in 10-year deal, right? So LNG, right? So gases, and that would be UK's company. Hopefully, they can offer a great price, I guess. As well as we were taking a look at the Shell previously, right? Very recently, so it's kind of mildly interesting, I guess. Either way, let's progress and let's take a look at other information what's available out there. Since most likely a total of 40 LNG cargoes of approximately 4 billion cubic meters will be delivered annually for a period covering 10 years starting from 2027, by card said, right? So potentially 40 LNG carriers, right? Which is, I guess, interesting, right? So diversification, and that would be where that LNG would come from. Not necessarily we have enough time to cover that. Either way, let's progress. There's so many articles, right? Next article, we can take a look at the information that was published 10 months ago, since Turkey is looking to buy a lot of oil is a part of energy sources, right? That would be the explanation. But again, the sources that would be UK published information. I haven't read it. I don't think it's very accurate. But overall, explaining why oil flows through the Iraq-Turkey pipeline has been halted, right? There might be a lot of conflicts happening in the area, right? Either way. So, if anything, Turkey and Iraq flow has been slowing down, right? So as the demand is only increasing, by the way, and it's only have been increasing, have doubled it, and most likely projected to at least increase by a half in the coming years, right? When it comes to some of those infrastructure projects, that's a real reason why I was interested today to take a look at Turkey, right? Let's try to understand where Puerto de Akajuta is. So that would be, and some of the investments that Turkey is making, right? I think for Turkey, energy would be very important. That's the only thing that I know so far. But Turkey is looking to invest 1.6 billion, that would be in dollars, in El Salvador ports, right? So that would be just one of those investments. And let's take a look at some of the other investments and where Turkey is looking to invest. I think it's very energy related, but time will show, right? Next article. All of these articles most likely is going to be what was happening over the last 2 years, right? So Turkey Abu Dhabi joint venture talks to Izmir port continues, sources says, and perhaps more governments should consider, if not already, establishing some of those partnerships. Abu Dhabi, most likely they do have a lot of finances, and themselves are looking to acquire access to a lot of ports, so it could be beneficial for both parties. I can briefly touch on where this location is, and we can progress to the next article, right? Next article, we're going to be taking a look at Somali and Ethiopia to resume talks on port deal under Turkish mediation, Ankara says, right? Which would be very important since that was published a month ago. So that would be south of Turkey, just behind transportation links, right? But overall, that would be a lot to deal with trade. And currently, Ethiopia is looking to acquire port access. Most likely, they have a lot of contracts as of now at Djibouti, perhaps, and also breakaway government next to Somalia, that is Somaliland, I think that's the name of the government. As well as we can take a look at in 2017 Turkey opened its biggest overseas military base in Mogadishu, which will be important. We can briefly touch on where that location is. So just expanding, right, presence as of now, and this location will be next to Kenya and not too far from India, right? In next article, we can take a look at where, when it comes to ports and trade, where most of the trade is happening. That would be Mersin International Port handles lion's share of Turkey's rising export volume. With the expansion of existing barging capacity, port will be able to serve 2 mega vessels and will employ 5,000 additional staff. So the numbers only gonna be increasing. As of now, they've been increasing for some time, and as well as date, we're taking a look at this article was updated 2021. So I thought that would be important, as well as where this location is at the map, so where there is a lot of trade happening, right? Briefly, right? So when it comes to finances, again, some of the governments up there looking to put their money in good use. That would be something that was published 9 months ago, and potentially there's a lot of deals on the table when it comes to bringing more trade relationships and establishing some of those partnerships, right? So if Turkey is expanding their production, how much energy we're gonna need, as well as more acquiring more accesses to different ports, there is a lot of financing deals on the table, right? Again, that would be some of those carbon producers and oil producing governments up there. So for I'll touch on those. So most likely we're going to be taking a look at 3 different governments, since we were taking a look at as of now who are the governments who were selling a lot of gas and oil to Turkey. In Just to close this video, we're going to be taking a look at other opportunities, right? Most likely to diversify entire supply chains. That would be just one of those governments, so that would be Venezuela, who perhaps can enter into agreement, one contract signed with a Turkey company. There is a private business that calls for 1 million tons of shipment during the second half of the year, right? And something that was updated a month ago. So potentially Turkey can diversify where they're getting oil from, and Venezuela would be one of those governments, right? As well as different government, right? As of now, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. As well as this article was published a year ago, but most likely they can, Turkey perhaps they can purchase a lot of oil, depending if the price is good. Perhaps other worrying concerns that can be addressed, as well as 500,000 barrels a day once flow is started, right? So potentially that would be a target of how much energy Turkey might be able to purchase, right? Well, as well as just to close this video, there would be a last article something that was published 3 days ago. That would be Libya, who can potentially as well sell a lot of oil and export it, but it's mostly shut some ships loading from storage, right? So not necessarily refining, as well as I couldn't find anything what's happening with other governments like Nigeria. Most likely they do have a lot of oil, and we're looking to sell it somewhere, so most likely Turkey can purchase a lot, since we only take a look at Turkey, right? And so I thought free governments, and just to keep this video nice and concise, right? What other governments as well can sell if we're interested. Most likely Turkey is looking to purchase a lot, right? So let's just stick close to this video, right? Libya is slowing down and loading everything from storage, right? Thanks for watching. See you next one.